Hey everyone, so today we're going to be going over a basic overview of our couple of dashboards, just trying to do this very quickly here. First of all, one thing that should be called out is that the data we're looking at here, it's not live data, it's not real data, and it's data that's being purged from our database as we prepare to go live at the current time. So as you can see, some things won't make a lot of sense, like 133% of registered patients scheduled, as we delete some and keep some data here and there. So again, just calling that out very quickly. But we'll go through our three main dashboards, and that various people may have different permissions to be able to see them, but the state overall will be able to see these. The first dashboard we're going to take a look at is our registered patient overview. Now this is supposed to just give us an idea of who is registering for the vaccine. So we get these sort of metrics where we have just a tracker of who we currently have scheduling. Then we see our registrations, by day. We can break that out by week later if we'd like. We take everyone who's given our survey. Are they putting in a cell phone number, or are they going with landline? How many percent of people are taking the survey and are eligible versus, how many people who are eligible are scheduled. Again, some of this data should be ignored. Then we go into some demographic questions. We see based on the age groups we care about, where are people falling in those, like what percent of the population is 65 plus. We see given, what people are in terms of gender and in terms of ethnicity. Here we consider some health considerations. We say, is someone immunocompromised? Do they have any allergic reaction to the vaccine? Or are they taking passive antibody therapy? Or have they previously taken passive antibody therapy? Then finally, we go to the geography of people who have actually either are eligible or have scheduled. And we could further break this down by just total people who have registered, totally, so that we know that in each county and in each city, who exactly has scheduled and who would want. So who is able to receive the vaccine right now and who wants the vaccine but has not been able to schedule. So we're going to move over to a specific look of, taking a look at this by phase and tier. So when we look at, first of all, our registrations by phase, how many people are we coming in saying they're 1A? How many people saying they're 1B? Genuinely right now it's skewed towards 1A and 1B simply because it sometimes helps our testing team get through the survey a little bit quicker. However, you can see what are people selecting when they select 1A. Are they vaccinator staff? You can see this information here. Phase 2, you can see what is the most popular answer here. And then, the other thing with phase 2 is that we can see if they belong to any particular group, just based on their phase 2. And again, some of this is repeating just simply because of currently the data is a little bit, wrong. And then again, seeing here again with phase 1B, we can do the tier 1 breakdown, tier 2 breakdown, and tier 3. We don't have the best looking comorbidities ever since we were, had the guidance to change our questions and not ask what comorbidity, just if they had a comorbidity. So we have a binary yes, no here. Well, this is all good and well, and good for planning overall. The most interesting list we have here is our scheduled patient list, and this will be very, very useful for the actual vaccinators and can actually be used as a sort of check-in list on the day of the vaccine. Now, here's the thing is when you start on any given day of their vaccine, you'll have a certain amount of permission based on where you are. We can take a look at, we can stay in this event. If we had multiple permissions, they'd show up here, as this account has, wide permissions of seeing all of the events. If you were just able to see region E or region B, you would see all of the events in that region. So thinking about this, or if you simply had your permissions down to, you can only see this one event, you'd only see this one event. But let's say it's the beginning of the day you're going to vaccinate people. the first thing you need to do is you need to go and take a look at your actual vaccines itself. You need to click this button to hit add new vaccine. Now from here is a list that will take in all of your vaccine information. It is pretty self-explanatory and will enable you to, on your vaccine event survey, pre-populate so that all I have to do is say I have a Pfizer vaccine. I type in Pfizer and maybe the first number of my lot number, and I see the exact vaccine I want. It pops up. I click that, and in the future, that will be locked in until I need to change to a different Pfizer lot number or tray number. This walk-ins button here is a placeholder now in case if we want to start a different way for doing walk-ins, whether we connect that to the registration survey or the event survey. We're holding as a placeholder now. Our ideal way to go with walk-ins is actually dealing with them in the event registration survey itself. We just realized that that might be something that, as we're getting more feedback, we might want to change. So again, we see some of the test data we have right here for this, Springfield Green Health Department. We have 3 residents scheduled, but you can see that one of these is a reschedule. So you see 4 records here. One of them is a reschedule. They'll be scheduled here. One of the things that we are currently working to build is, being able to sort by this appointment time. Unfortunately, right now, we are having some issues with the fact that you can sort it like this, but if there were afternoon appointments, sometimes you will see them being a little shuffled up. However, when you're on this page, you can also always, filter by appointment time. Where you could just go into this page here, click on this, you'll see the appointment time here. Let's say I'm looking for 11:15. I can put that in there. It'll search, and excuse me, I need to put 11:15 a.m. and then further I need to get out of caps lock. So again, a little bit frustrating, but you do need to exactly match that. But here we find B1 11:15. But let's say, again, let's get rid of this filter here. You can always hit just reset to default to get back and see everyone. Let's say that, again, I'm looking for a particular person. Here we have, first name test 12. So let's look for, test 12. And we see this record pops up, and we'll see everything we need to with them. Yeah, and so then we can see, this also isn't case sensitive. So if you say test 12 with a small t, that person would come up. So anyways, this gives us a brief overview of how you could use this on the day of the actual vaccine to understand who's coming and at what times, and then to see if this person is scheduled at their event. However, there are ways to see in the vaccine survey as well if they've been scheduled for your event. So this is just a good, something that can be used to check off people and manage the event beforehand. So thank you. If you have any questions, please let our team know.